Good evening. Welcome to West Covina City Council meeting, currently 7 o'clock, and the meeting in order. Okay, tonight we don't conduct any city business, but basically tonight is a ceremonial for the newly elected to take oath and the reorganization of the city council. So thank you for coming. And tonight invocation will be led by Pastor Jack Hipp from Calvary Chapel, Chino Hill. And tonight Pledge of Allegiance will be led by Councilman Johnson, followed by the national anthem performed by Dave Thomason. All rise, please.
Let's pray together. Father, we ask that in this country, from its very inception, that we just celebrated actually some 400 years ago on November 11th, when the Pilgrim Fathers stepped off of the Mayflower with that compact, the Mayflower Compact, our nation's birth certificate, a land established on laws. And we pray now for this great city, for the protection of its leaders, for wisdom, for guidance. And at a time like this in our world, that there would be such integrity and such a light shining from this place to be an example to the rest of California and to the nation and beyond. So, Lord, we give you this special evening, this dedication and this ceremony to honor you. We pray in Jesus' name. Amen. Thank you, sir.
Perform. Have a seat, please. Assistant City Clerk, roll call, please.
Councilman Castellanos.
Here.
Councilman Johnson.
Here.
Councilmember Shoemaker.
Here.
Mayor Pro Tem Letty Lopez-Viado.
Present.
Mayor Wu.
Yeah. Okay, we are going to the presentation. Shall we go to the first one?
Yes, Mayor. Senator Rubio, are you on the line?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, Senator Rubio, we can hear you.
Well, first of all, thank you so much for allowing me to say hello today. I know it's a celebration for the newly elected, and I want to just take the time to really recognize the work that all of you do on the dais. So thank you again for this opportunity. Once again, I'm State Senator Susan Rubio, and thank you to the council. What I want to share is that I was a neighboring council member for 13 years, and so I recognize the personal sacrifice that all of you do. I know that our jobs are not 9 to 5. We work late hours on the weekend. So for all that you do, really, on behalf of the constituents of the 22nd Senate District, I want to thank you. In particular, these trying times, COVID-19 has really challenged us, and I would personally like to be there to honor those that are outgoing as well as those that are coming in. And I'm hoping that I will have that opportunity in the near future. But please know that really my intention was for you to know that I'm, here to be a partner and really work with you to ensure that I, try to get any resources that you may need moving forward. But let me start by recognizing our outgoing mayor, Tony Wu. Thank you so much, Mayor, for your leadership and advocacy on behalf of our community. I know that you've taken the majority of this year that's been so trying, and you're always just willing to help not only the business community, but really just look out for the entire community. So I have dropped off some certificates, so I do hope that you have it, but it reads, on behalf of the California State Senate, it is my privilege to provide you with this certificate in recognition of your invaluable service to the city of West Covina, and I applaud your relentless commitment to serving our residents with exceptional leadership and respect. We thank you for thinking of our local businesses and for implementing the Shop Local program. Your contributions to our region and community are immeasurable. So once again, thank you so much for all your sacrifice and personal time. I also want to take time to recognize outgoing council member Lloyd Johnson. First of all, let me say thank you for your service. I'm a member of a military family, and I know how prideful you are about the service to our country. And so to you and anybody serving overseas or just recently retired, we thank you for always fighting for our country and always making sure that we have our freedoms and our abilities to engage in free, fair elections. And so thank you, Mr. Johnson. I really want to appreciate all that you do for our service members. You're very involved with all the other organizations outside your role as a council member. So I also wanted to acknowledge that. I know you've been a resident for our community for at least 50 years from what I understand, and that hasn't gone unnoticed. So once again, thank you for serving. Thank you for giving of your personal time, and I'm sure that there'll be plenty more where you can support our community. So once again, thank you. I also have a certificate of recognition to outgoing council member Jessica Shoemaker. Thank you, council member Shoemaker, for answering the call of service to our communities. Once again, I know you were appointed in 2019, and it's not an easy job. So for that time that you served and the personal sacrifices, I do want to thank you as well. Your professional expertise and the tenure you had in the school board member with the West Covina Unified School District has brought a dynamic insight into your role as a council member. And thank you for having served our, students before becoming our council member. And as you all know, I've been a teacher for 17 years, so I could always, find that kinship with you because I know that education is also part of what you love to do. And so I thank you. I want to also recognize our incoming newly elected council members. This is Rosario Diaz and Mr. Brian Tabatab. I believe it's Tabatabai, so please correct me if I'm wrong. But for both of you, please know that my intention was to be in person and try to recognize you. But due to our limitations in the pandemic, I wasn't able to be there. But know that I'm here to support both of you. We're here to be partners and whatever you need. And I hope to meet you very soon personally. To Mr. Tabai, I'm sorry, I'm struggling with your name, but it's Tabaya. I wanted to...
Tabai.
Go ahead. Tabai. Okay. I was a teacher. I should have got this right away, so my apologies. But I also know that you were a high school educator within my Senate district. And so that's where I gravitate to. So please know that education is in my blood and it's what I do as well. So hopefully we can figure out a way to bridge education with community service and bring programs that will help the larger community as well as not education and in our community as a whole. I know you were a youth coach and a mentor, and I think that there's there's a crossroads there. I think we need more programs for our kids, and whatever I can do to support you and for both of us to bring that to our communities, please know that I'm your partner in this as well. So I will leave it at that. I hope that all of you have received certificates of recognition on behalf of the State Senate. I know time is of the essence, so I won't read all the certificates, but my office is always here to help, to serve, and please do not hesitate to reach out. Thank you to the entire council for your work, your service, dedication, and I look forward to continuing to work with all of you for the betterment of West Covina. And for the outgoing council members, please know that your service is not done, and we welcome your volunteerism and your commitment and your contribution. So thank you, Mayor, for allowing me to speak, and to all the residents, please have a safe and happy holiday season. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Senator Rubio. Okay, thank you so much for your kind word, for all the encouragement, and our city need your help, okay, for the future, and especially coming year for the business, for the pandemic, for everything. But thank you so much. We know you're always our good supporter for our city. Thank you again. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mayor.
Second presentation, I want to invite Sergeant Suicido. Okay, would you please?
I know.
Sergeant, you're so young. Why you retire? This doesn't make any sense. I think you're younger than me. Okay, I think city need you. So when you're tired of fishing, welcome back. You want to say something?
Yeah, don't hold your breath.
I know, but say something. I think you served our city for a long, long time, and you've been a good police officer, really helping the city. And I remember you represent the police union, okay, and another time, okay, we went through a tough time, and you always come out to find a way, okay, to work together. So I remember to you, and you're the brand of your organization. But I want to thank you to help out, okay, to have a contract, to everything, to serve not only your membership, but at the same time you serve the city. You want to say something?
Sure. Thank you, Mayor. This is actually a lot tougher than I thought it would ever be. I think you've probably heard this a lot from a lot of retirees or close to, but we all look very forward to the day that it comes, and once it comes, it's just a feeling that's not describable. And I'm not quite sure what it is, because, like I said, I've been looking forward to this, but as it gets closer and closer, it's very difficult. And the only thing I can think of is that I consider this place and the people I work with part of my own family. There's no other way to describe it. And just like families, we go through our hard times, ups and downs, but fact of the matter is the feeling's there, and I'm really going to miss this place a lot more than I really originally thought. I still don't think I'd want to come back to work, but nonetheless, it's there. But
did I see some tear at the corner of your eye?
I don't really get emotional, so.
Yeah, you're a police officer, you're a tough guy.
Well, but thank you so much, Mayor, City Council. Thank you. I've had a lot of good years here. I came from another city. I lateraled here many years ago, and it was the best decision I ever made. It's a great city, and regardless of the problems that we've encountered recently, it still is a great city, great place to work, and I have no doubt in my mind that the future holds great things. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I understand right now it's very, very tough for the police officer because a lot of issue going on, okay, and a lot of kind of mud, okay, on you guys' face, okay. I understand, okay, all this issue, but the city need law and order. The city need the people to kind of keep the order and protect and serve. And that's why West Covina, a big city with 120,000 population. And that's why we need this. Okay, and I know a lot of times you sacrifice with your family. I see your family right there. Okay, and you have a bullseye on your back when you, basically, patrol on the street. I know that is something, okay, your family is worried. Okay, and I understand all the police officers, their families worry. We, West Covina Council, I want to say one thing is this: we will always support our police officer because you are sacrificing your life, okay, or your livelihood to protect our city. So I want to thank you. Here represent the city. I don't know what to say place. If me, I would want the boulevard. Okay, Shiseido Boulevard. Okay, so when I retire, I will say, give me the boulevard. You chose the place? Okay, you are a very humble man. Okay, but represent the city. Thank you so much for your service in our city. We want to wish you all the best. Fish, get a lot of fish. Okay, and but put them back. Okay, they need to live too. Okay, they have a life. They have children too. Okay, so okay, but thank you so much. So next one, we go to oral communication. And how many speakers we have today?
Mayor, we have 4 speakers in the chambers, and we have 3 callers.
Okay, go ahead.
Our first speaker is Herman, followed by George Ogwin, followed by Samuel Martinez.
Council members, Mayor, good evening. The language that Congress chose against the background of profound national commitment to the principle that debate on public issues is why I'm here. It's apparent that local government continues to discriminate, retaliate, and use bullying to measure our First Amendment, our civil rights as citizens of the United States. And it's unfortunate that at times unpleasant, sharp attacks on government, elected officials, people believing that their language is not political. But it is political. I'm in a political war because Gavin Newsom is a reckless motherfucker.
Excuse me, Mr. Herman, we have a children in the chamber. Please, would you please? Okay.
Mayor, you have to understand that I have the podium.
Excuse me. Freedom of speech.
I have the podium, Mr. Mayor.
George,
You're supposed to protect me
George,
at the podium and hold my time.
George,
I take this as a threat.
George,
have the
go back.
gentleman remove and go back to his seat.
George,
I got the floor.
George,
I got
George,
the
go back.
floor.
Go back, please.
Thank you.
Yeah. Okay, go ahead. Okay.
So you see, ladies and gentlemen, as an American citizen, I too know my rights, and I exercise them under 42 U.S.C. 1983. Brandenburg versus Ohio. Michael Hunt versus the city of Los Angeles. And again, 18 U.S.C. 242 and 245 do not deprive me the right to speak out as I am speaking. It's what's going on in my mind that constitutes the belief and a freedom that I believe in. Not the fucked up elections that busted down everything that we believe in.
Please, okay, yeah.
It busts down everything I believe in. I don't feel like voting anymore.
I understand.
Because of the wrong, the political injustice behind all that, and the constant fake news of local government and those involved in political war with those of us who believe in our First Amendment. So, again, stop prohibiting what you want us to say. Allow us to speak our mind. I am not a paid lobbyist. I am not a paid politician who steals money from local residents within our communities. That's the reason why off of Merced and West Covina, or Sunset, that empty building on the corner there sits there empty while the homeless Americans sleep on the goddamn fucking sidewalks and streets. Beginning with veterans. Beginning with veterans. Beginning with disabled people. Beginning with the elderly. Those that are the frequent abuses that you allow in this city, in this state, and in this country. Shame on you. Shame on anyone who doesn't believe in protecting the right of a citizen. As far as I'm concerned, Case 220-00326 JFF regarding the indictment, the city of Los Angeles, RICO, by a wetback by the name of Jose Luis Huizar, who violated my rights, kicked me out of my rent control home, and put me out on the fucking street. And here's the indictment. And this is just a portion of it, a fraction. You know what that son of a bitch did? He did it to everyone. Gentrification. And the millenniums are paying the price for it. Sleeping in their moms' homes. Can't get a job. Can't go to college. College is free? No, fuck you, 42 USC. Pay for college. Go to college. Get an education. And you heard the senator? You heard what she said. I want to do what's good for your community. Then reach out. Get the veterans off the sidewalks and streets. Stop harassing people who are homeless. Give them dignity. Give them a right to be heard. Allow them to come in here and participate. Because the American Disability Act disagrees with your 12101 harassment, discrimination, and retaliation. So don't ever interrupt a speaker and have people attack the speaker at the podium, sir.
Thank you so much.
I have 10 seconds as you allowed the gentleman to come in here and harass me.
I give you 10 seconds. Go.
Thank you, sir. Good night.
Thank you, Mr. Herman. Really appreciate it. Okay, next speaker, please.
Our next speaker is George Ogwin. Ogwin? Thank you. Ogwin.
Alden, control your speech, okay? Otherwise, I'm going to cut the microphone.
Seconds away. The interesting part is, it's kind of weird. I think he just uses his first name, Harmon, or something like that. I probably lean in his direction, all right? But I don't like his delivery. It's disrespectful to you, everybody on this council, everybody in here, okay?
Calm down, okay, please.
Everybody at home.
Please, okay.
Using the F-bomb or the F word is a sexual
Please, okay.
deviation.
Let's get this meeting over. I give you 5 minutes. Okay, you have 4 minutes left. Okay.
Okay. That's not the main reason that it was up here, but I do want to explain something here. This is a business meeting. It's not an open forum for freedom of speech. That's outside the door over there, okay? So, up and leave when stuff like this happens.
Hey, this is my last meeting, so please, okay.
I love you to
Too
death,
much
okay?
drama, okay. I like drama, but please, okay. I
I
like the rating. Okay, this is a good rating. Okay, so go ahead.
All right, Jessica, I want to say thank you for coming on board, all right? You were assigned to this, you might say, and I appreciate everything that you've done. You brought to the table many issues on both sides. You gave your opinions of various different subjects that came before the city council. You gave us the opportunity to see both sides of it, and I appreciate that. Okay, now we got to move on to Lloyd. Oh boy. I just wanted to say thank you for all the things that you did while you were on the council. The things that you did behind the lines that many people didn't know, you as a combat veteran. Some of the things that stick out in my mind is when I called you up, and then at just a drop of a flash, you came out to celebrate a birthday for a man. He liked 56 Chevys. I told him that. And he told me he's never been in a Rolls Royce before in his life. I brought my Rolls Royce, you brought your 56 Chevy, and we put them in it and took pictures. We spent over 2 hours visiting with this combat veteran, and I appreciate that. There are many other things that you've done, Lloyd. in the background that people just don't know. And I appreciate that. Every time that we had an event, you attended. Every single one. I can't think of one where you didn't. So thank you for that. Mayor, thank you. I am so sorry that most of your year was taken away from you. You deserve better.
It's okay.
And I will never forget your inauguration. It was better than most what presidents get. That was a great time. That was a first.
It's united all the people in our city. That's the most important thing.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Unite all the people in our city, different nationality, different group. We want them all included.
You had a great one. You're coming on board. It all started in that donut shop, didn't it? Okay. Gee, Dario, I don't want to leave you out. Have a good one. You're moving up. You're coming up, all right? So take care. I want to wish everybody here a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year and all that, and Happy Hanukkah to those people of the Jewish faith. So thank you, Mayor. Thank all the rest of you people, even those that are leaving, those that are coming on board. Welcome.
Thank you, George. Okay. Next speaker, please. Yeah, please. Okay. Next speaker.
Samuel Martinez, followed by Mike Greenspan.
Hey, George. George, please have a seat.
Thank you, Mayor. Samuel Martinez, a pastor in the city, as you all know. Been a resident of the city for 32 years also. And I wanted to follow up with what the gentleman was saying before me. Thank you. Thank you, sir. Thank you for all those that served this year. And I just had it in my heart to come and say thank you for all those who served the city. You know, from the people at the clerk's office to our attorney, our city manager, to thank all our police officers that served this year and that have served like the gentleman that just came up for numerous years. Thank you for our first responders. Thank you for our firefighters. Thank you for all our educators. This has been a difficult year for them. Thank you, God, for all our parents that have multi-roles now to perform, having to be teachers and parents as well. So this is a year that's been difficult for everybody, but I wanted to say as a member of the clergy and as a resident of our city, thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you for all that you do for our city. Thank you for all those who work in our city and give so much for our city. God bless our city. Thank you, Mayor. God bless you all.
Thank you, Pastor. Thank you so much for your kind word. Okay, next speaker, please.
Our next speaker is Mike Greenspan, followed by our phone speaker, Mr. Eric Vengas.
Go ahead.
Yes, Mike Greenspan, a Bruin butt-kicking Florida Gator, and we're heading to our conference championship this weekend. UCLA, I don't. After all, that's only our taxpayer money, folks. We seem to forget that in Sacramento. Now, and because it's Hanukkah, happy Hanukkah, you scab rabbis. I created the perfect slogan, unionize the synagogues. They can afford it. And I want to thank the pastor for mentioning Jesus, because if he comes home for Christmas, he won't get any Christmas dinner at Hilda Solis or Catherine Barger or Janice Hahn's Jonathan Club. I'm sorry, Mr. Christ. We only serve our Christian members Christmas dinner. Now, you are famous. I heard you on KNX radio with your soundbite. And, of course, Mayor Tony Wu. And you're right. One size does not fit all. Hopefully, there's an ongoing petition. The petition is to recall Governor Gavin Newsom. And on Sunday, I heard that there's currently 800,000 signatures. They need 1 million valid signatures, and they've got till sometime in March, so there's probably a very good chance this will qualify for the ballot. So if you don't like the way things are going, folks, and your business is being adversely affected, do what I've done. Sign the petition to recall Governor Gavin Newsom. We'll put it up for a vote. Maybe if he was without a job, he would know what it's like, even though he lives on his family inheritance and everything else, pals around with his lobbyists over there at his winery. And, of course, he'll have a fundraiser over there and will not social distance, went up for recall. But let's put him up for recall. I loved it in 2003 when we had New Governor Day. That was when Arnold came in and replaced Gray Davis. Worst fucking governor we ever had. Okay. I still have my Recall Gray Davis stickers on the back of my Ford Ranger because he was going to cost me about $500 to register that Ranger. Or, well, $350, but Bob Hertzberg once said he sees nothing wrong with paying $500 for a Rolls Royce. And I agree with that. But $350 for a 2003 Ford Ranger is a far cry from $500 for a Rolls Royce. So let's get rid of this governor. Let's get another one. I remember when the last recall happened, people said, some left-wingers came up to me, well, at least vote for Cruz Bustamante. And I said to them, people with accents, vote for people with accents. And people from South Georgia with South Georgia accents will vote for people with accents from Austria. And we had a much better governor with Arnold, guaranteed. I don't know who would run for governor, but anyone but Gavin Newsom. Just like the Board of Supervisors, we had anyone but Wesson. And former council president Herb Wesson is now in retirement because Holly Mitchell is on that board. So let's have a good time and sign the petition, circulate it. Don't just go wah, 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 wah. One size doesn't fit all in Sacramento either. Let's get rid of that governor. And he can go live on his pensions and his fortunes and everything else and go pal around with Nancy Pelosi and the family and get together with his vineyard with, of course, his lobbyist and her lobbyist and have a great time. So that was the main thing because I heard you on the radio. We're going to miss you. I hope our next mayor is just as active and speaks up for the people so we could actually get something done. I'm sorry to see people lose their jobs. After all, the supervisor that voted to close down the restaurants, the alfresco dining, Sheila Kuehl, what happened? She went out to eat that night. Of course, Zelda from Dobie Gillis was up to her stunts again. Is everybody rich and live in Santa Monica like her? I don't. I live in North Hollywood. I'm in that San Fernando Valley, the other valley.
You're not from West Covina?
No, I'm not. But I have umpired nearby. And somebody wanted me to read something for her. Thank you to the Ritz-Carlton Hotel for housing a wonderful homeless woman, Antonia Ramirez, for 1 year due to the coming up positive on her coronavirus test. So let's get rid of Gavin Newsom and let's enjoy the fact that Herb Wesson will not be on the Board of Supervisors. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, thank you, sir. Next speaker, please.
Eric, are you there?
I am. Thank you.
Please go.
Hi, my name is Eric Venegas, and I'm a resident of West Covina and moved here in the late 1990s. I'm newly elected Roland Unified School District Board member, and I represent Trustee Area 2, which is part of the City of West Covina. And I look forward to providing the City Council with information from the Roland Unified School District and working collaboratively with the city on issues that impact our residents, our students, and our schools. So let's get started. With the holiday season upon us, the community is invited to enjoy holiday musical events from the comforts of their home. Giano Intermediate School is presenting a 2020 Humbug Relief with music and storytelling. The RUSD Music Channel on YouTube will stream 2 concerts. Streaming from December 23rd to December 31st at 7 p.m. will be Nogales and Roland High School Band's holiday concert. On December 24th at 7 p.m., enjoy Winterfest, a concert that will feature choir, band, and orchestra students from across the district with beautiful holiday music. Detailed information for all holiday events can be found on our district webpage, rolandschools.org. We would like to thank the RUSD community who brought joy and gifts to the families in need last week at our annual Adopt and Shop program. Together, we provided 116 families with 316 children with gifts and holiday spirits. We thank the staff and community for their support in making the holidays more joyous for families in need. On behalf of the Roland Unified School District, I wish each of you a safe and joyous holiday season and look forward to working with you and seeing you in 2021. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Okay, next speaker, please.
Our next speaker is Ashley Rosati. Ashley, go ahead and unmute yourself.
You want to move on next speaker?
While we wait for Ashley to unmute herself, Commissioner Red Holtz, are you available?
Yes, I'm available.
Go ahead, Commissioner.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Good evening, Mr. Mayor, council members, staff, and residents. I, too, am calling to offer my sincere congratulations and best wishes to our newly elected council members, Diaz and Tabai. I wish you much success. I want you to succeed because when you succeed, we all succeed, and that's the main thing. I also want to congratulate and wish for a good term for our newly incoming mayor, Lopez Viado, and our mayor pro tem Castellanos. Again, have a great year in those chairs. We're looking forward to a good 2021. And I want to thank you, Mr. Mayor Wu. I don't know that you could have picked a worse year to be the mayor, but I appreciate everything you did to navigate the city through troubled waters. And we look forward to your continuing to serve the city as a council member. Now, I want to take a couple of minutes to thank the outgoing council members. First of all, Council Member Shoemaker, Jessica, you did a great job. I appreciate the fact that you showed up and read your reports and studied, and you were not afraid to challenge both your colleagues and the staff. You made everybody around you better by the way you did your job, and I appreciate that, and I wish you the best for the future. Now, what can I say about my friend of over 20 years, Councilman Johnson? Lloyd, you're truly a man of the people and a man for the people, and you rose to the occasion, my friend. You stepped up and you rose to the occasion. And, you know, I appreciate the fact that you served 18 months as the mayor, I think the longest tenured mayor in the history of the city. You did a great job. You represented us oh so well. And like George Ogden said, you know, a lot of people don't know what you did behind the scenes. I remember many times when we were sitting at the famous donut shop having a donut, and you'd get a call from a resident who had an issue, and you would say, hey, I got to go meet this guy. I got to go see what his problem is. I got to go help him out. So that's the Lloyd Johnson that I know, and that's the Lloyd Johnson that served the city so well for 5 years. So I appreciate that. I look forward to obviously continuing to be your friend. I know you'll stay involved, and I look forward for a good 2021 for this city. It can only get better, folks, and I thank you all for your service, and have happy holidays. And Mr. Mayor, thank you for the opportunity. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Herb. Thank you, the kind word. Okay, next speaker, please.
Ashley Rosati, are you there? Go ahead, Ashley.
Okay, good evening, everyone. Whoever said millennials were great at technology hasn't met me. So, good evening, Mayor, Council, and staff, members of the community. My name is Ashley Rosati. I am a Government Affairs Manager at Athens Services, and I just wanted to thank you, Mayor Wu, for your leadership during this term, and look forward to our new mayor, Ms. Letty Lopez Viado, who will be soon sworn in. It's been a very challenging time, and you guys have all done a great job doing what you can with the cards that were given with this crazy year. Jessica, thank you so much for your service as well and your contributions to the council and our community. Lloyd, you will severely be missed by us all. I've known you personally and professionally, and you've done great things for our community as well. To our new council members in District 3 and District 1, Mr. Brian Tabai and Ms. Diaz, I look forward for the opportunity to work with you both. And should you guys ever need anything, your friends at Athens are here to serve and support you and your constituency. I'd like to wish you all a happy holidays from us here at Athens Services and our family, from ours to yours. Stay well, and I hope to see you guys soon.
Thank you, Ashley. Okay, next speaker, please. think Mr. Robinson wants.
Yes, Mayor, we have one more speaker, Mr. Bill Robinson.
Good evening, Council. I too wanted to thank the outgoing councilman for staying up late at night and the community service. You added a lot of effort and time and to help the city, and I appreciate the outgoing councilman and want to thank him, and also welcome the new people on the council that were just elected. I hadn't planned on saying this, but I also would like to ratify the statements regarding the governor that were delivered by a couple speakers ago. I've already signed that petition. I believe the COVID crisis has been mismanaged at the federal, state, and county level. All levels of government have shortchanged the people that live in California. Our children should be back in school, and the people in nursing homes are the ones that we need to focus on the protection of the elderly. I think 1% of the people of the United States live in nursing homes, but 43% of the death rate. So get the kids back into school. They're not vulnerable, but the vulnerable population are the residents in the nursing homes. Anyway, I wanted to hope that we make progress, continue progress on the homeless issue that was mentioned tonight, and improve our budget situation. Also, I want to share that I feel glad that I live in West Covina. I hope we can maintain our community and our civility. I was shocked. I'm thankful I don't live in Boulder, Colorado. Last night on 60 Minutes, there was a story about some fellow. It turned out he had not even broken a law, but he was stopped by the police, and they labeled him a person that was suffering from excited delusions. And 7 police officers, they injected the guy with ketamine. They said he was, that's not even a term in psychiatry, excited delusions. I think the officers that were hassling him were suffering from excited delusions. But anyway, he died in the hospital about 3 days later. The officers that accomplished that arrest they weren't even charged. I just wonder if we live in a police state or not. Things like that happen. It was on 60 Minutes last night, so maybe somebody in this room saw it besides me. But I'm thankful for our civil community, and I hope we make progress on the homeless problem. And good luck on the budget. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Robinson. Okay, next speaker.
Those are all our speakers, Mayor.
Okay, thank you so much for the oral communication. Okay, we're going to item number 1, confirmation of election result on the November 3rd, 2020 general municipal election. Who want to move the motion?
Mr. Mayor, I make a motion.
Yep, okay.
I'll second.
Councilman Johnson moved the motion and second by Mayor Pro Tem Lopez Viado. Roll call, please.
Councilman Castellanos?
Aye.
Councilman Johnson?
Aye.
Councilmember Shoemaker?
Aye.
Mayor Pro Tem Lopez Viado?
Aye.
Mayor Wu?
Aye, motion approved 5-0. Congratulations. Now we're going to do a presentation for outgoing our council member. And Councilmember Shoemaker, would you please come down to the podium? And I really want to thank our Councilmember Shoemaker, for her hard work for these 2 years. Sometimes we maybe have a difference, but that is all very healthy because we cannot be always think the same. So some of your points really make sense. So we adopt your. Sometimes I make sense and you accept my agenda. So I think this is what this is about. Everybody come from a different background and try to work the best for the city. But really appreciate these 2 years. We side by side and work together. And the city will miss you big time. And do you want to say something?
Sure. I thought long and hard about what I wanted to say tonight. I was wondering, should I go scorched earth? Should I be polite? And then I decided to do it the way I always have, straightforward and honest. And it's been an honor to serve the city of West Covina. I was in elective office for 15 years. And I will take with me the amazing people I got to serve with, the amazing staff that I had in certain times in certain places. And I will also take with me the ability to look around the city and see the change that I helped make in this city. The new sports complex at Edgewood, the Performing Arts Center that's going up, the STEM building that's going up at West Covina High, the new event center at Edgewood. I get to see, for the most part, clean city streets, clean campuses. Being on the city council has not been easy, but one of my mentors once said, when I was in the minority on the school board, that one voice can be louder than the others and make an impact. And so I have taken that message with me throughout my public life and into my private career. And there were times where that saying came into effect on the council. I was honored to be appointed by Mayor Wu, Councilman Castellanos, and Mayor Pro Tem Lopez Viado. So I thank you for the opportunity, and I wish you good luck and that we don't get any higher on that list because we do not want to be number one on it.
And I can guarantee we won't be number one. At this pandemic, I think we were number 400. I guarantee you. Why? You wait and see Pasadena, Burbank, Glendale. The bigger you are, the harder you fall, And we still lightweight, so we still have a way to grow. So anyway, and represent the city, you have your shoemaker way, I don't know why you don't want Bolivar, because I think you as a Bolivar.
If everybody notices, there's an apostrophe S here, because it was always shoemaker's way.
It's very scary. Don't tell my wife about that. Always Helen's way, So congratulations, and the city really proud of you. Really, the 2 years, you contribute a lot, and we accomplish so much of agenda, and you always have your reason, and no matter how we debate, but that's what the city council about. Thank you so much. Represent the Senator Susan Rubio. She has a certificate for you for your contribution for our community. And still we have our assembly member, Philip Chen, at the south side of our assemblyman. And here is a certificate for you. Thank you so much for your contribution. Thank you, Mr. Herman, for the sound effect. Okay, thank you so much. Okay, Jessica. Okay, Lloyd. Hey, cowboy, hurry up. Where's your horse? Okay. And I want to say this, okay. Lloyd Johnson, we served together at the Dial for 5 years. Okay, 2015, we get elected until today. And we kind of bonding about how we try to help the city. And even we have a different way. Okay, sometimes we fight, okay, on the dial, but has never, ever have effect to our friendship. Okay, privately, we help each other. This is what it's about. Politics doesn't make you an enemy. Politics just try to, the way to serve the public, the community. Sometimes you have a different idea, just like husband and wife. I don't know, I'm the husband or you the... Okay, but I want to thank you to these 5 years. Magnificent, okay, and job, okay, and to help and serve our community. You want to say something?
Of course. You know, I'm not as an eloquent a speaker as Jessica or yourself, but so I had to take down a few notes. First of all, you know, I wasn't going to say this, but, you know, as being a disabled Vietnam veteran, one thing we fight for the right for everybody, the freedom of speech. You know, that's one of your constitutional rights, and I may not agree with some of the things that are said, but I'll fight for the person to have the right to say it. Now, you know, I have lived in West Covina going on 50 years now. I was first involved with our city many years ago. There was a market holdup where I lived. The West Covina SWAT team wanted to use our home for their negotiations, and we were glad to oblige them. To tell you how long that's been, Chief Mitchum was our police chief, and Captain Kim Plunkett was in the 6th grade. That's a long time ago. I've known Kenny for a long time, and it's been an honor, Kenny. Next, as I stayed involved with the city, I held a protest because those that have lived in the city for many years, I don't know if you knew it, the pillowcase rapist Muldrew, he was going to be paroled in the city of West Covina. So I held a protest, and he ended up not being paroled here. And I stayed involved ever since then. Now, to the residents of West Covina, it's been an honor representing you these last 5 years. I fell short on the things that I should have done. Thank you for giving me the chance. And our new council members, I wish you all the great luck in the world. You know, we need you to step up. We need you to support the council here. The only way we can get things done is if we all work together. To the great staff of West Covina, I want to thank you always for being there when I needed you, especially for Sandy Galvez. I know there was a lot of different times I asked her to do some things for me, and she did them without any complaints. To our city manager, all I can say, Dave, is just keep doing the job you're doing. These last couple of years have been tough. There are still tough times ahead. The city has the right person in charge at this time. And now for our city council. Councilmember Shoemaker, I want to thank you. It was a great honor serving with you these last couple of years. Councilmember Dario Castellanos, it's been a great honor working with you these last couple of years. I consider you not only as a colleague, but as a friend. I wish you all the luck in the next couple of years on this council and beyond. Keep up the great work. Now to our incoming new mayor, Letty Lopez Viallo. I got closer. From the very first time I met you, and I campaigned for you, I knew you were the right person for the job. It's been an honor working with you. I know you will do a great job as our next mayor, and I consider you as a very good friend, and thank you. Now I save the best to last. Nah, give him a kiss. No. To my very good friend, Tony Wu. From the very first time we met, over 5 years ago, we struck up a friendship. When I was out campaigning, residents would ask me, who else should I vote for? And I'd tell them, Tony Wu. And I had residents tell me, you know what? When Tony Wu was out campaigning, he said, vote for Lloyd Johnson for your second vote, but make sure you voted for him for your first vote. And that was fantastic, you know. And Tony, without your friendship, I wouldn't have the opportunity of a lifetime going to China. You know, Tony invited me to go to China not only once, but twice. And we had a fantastic time. Even the second time we went, when it was 20 degrees below zero. How can you have fun when it's 20 degrees below zero?
I need to call in. I didn't invite you. It's the Chinese city invite the mayor, and you the mayor. Okay, I don't want you to be there, but I have no choice.
Well, the first time I went, I wasn't the mayor.
I hope I'm the mayor over there, but I have no choice.
You know what?
I invite the mayor.
We had a fabulous time. You know, we had some good times together. Yes, like Mayor Wu says, we've had disagreements. But you know what? They're disagreements. Friendship is friendship, and business is business. Whenever we left the dais, everything right here, we never took it home with us. And one thing I'd like to tell the new incoming council members, you can have disagreements up here with your fellow council members. Don't take it with you. Leave it there. You know, you're allowed to disagree. But when you walk out the door, you should still remain friends. So on that behalf, I want to say thank you. You know, and like there's an old saying goes, thanks for the memories, and happy trails and Merry Christmas.
Yep. Thank you, Councilman Johnson. Okay, it's been a pleasure and an honor to serve with you. Okay, and these 5 years, okay, is really very exciting in my lifetime. Okay, I never believed I can be a city council, sit over there and helping the resident, and then later on, nevertheless, talk about the mayor. Okay, so this is a great honor, but this is all the 2015, and you kind of help me, okay, because I have no idea how to run an election. So since you're doing this for 20 years, I'm just a newborn baby. But thank you so much for your help. And to represent the city is going to give you a street name, Johnson Place. You want place?
Yeah. I want a boulevard, but you wouldn't give it to me.
Really?
Yeah.
Are you such a liar? But the boulevard, they reserved for Tony. Okay, but thank you so much for your service. Oh, he's crying.
No, he's not. He is smiling.
Okay. And again, here is from our Senator Susan Rubio office. She has a certificate to thank you for your contribution. Yep. Okay. Right over here. Okay. George, you ready? It's too far, right? Not for George. Okay. You done? Done? Okay. Next one will be from our assembly member. Okay. And Philip Chen. Okay, same thing. Okay, thank you so much for your contribution to our community. Okay, not yet. I, myself, okay, I still the mayor for another half hour. Okay, I have a letter for you. This is from me, the current mayor, for another half hour. Okay, have a letter, okay, about how I feel about you. Even we're fighting all the time on the diet, but the friendship is a friendship. Here, To who is my concern, I know Councilman Johnson, Lowy Johnson, since 2015, when we were both running for a seat on the West Covina City Council. After running a successful election, both Lowy and myself joined the City Council and have been working side by side ever since. I know Lowy has served his community well through his contribution and dedication to veterans, senior residents, and to the homeless population. Lowy is kind and compassionate, always willing to help those in need. These elements have characterized his councilmanship. I believe Lowy has served his community with integrity and with utmost respect to the office and the resident he serves. Sincerely yours, Tony Wu, Mayor, West Covina.
Thank you, my friend.
Yeah, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Lowy. See you soon, and continue to help our community, and we need your help. Okay, yeah. Okay. But you might be come back 4 years later. Okay, you will never know. Okay, next agenda is going to have an oath to the office for the newly elected official. I think now we go to Assistant City Clerk. Would you please come up and to invite the newly elected? Okay, and basically. We are going to, without swearing in, you are not, you just a Mr. Tabai Tabai. After you swear in, then you are council member Tabai Tabai. Okay, go ahead.
Good evening. I state your name.
I, Brian Tabatabai,
Do solemnly affirm
do solemnly affirm
that I will support and defend
that I will support and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution
and the Constitution
of the State of California
of the State of California
against all enemies,
against all enemies,
foreign and domestic,
foreign and domestic,
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
that I will bear true faith and allegiance
to the Constitution of the United States
to the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California,
and to the Constitution of the State of California,
that I take this obligation freely
that I take this obligation freely
without any mental reservation
without any mental reservations
or purpose of evasion,
or purpose of evasion,
and that I will well and faithfully
and that I will well and faithfully
discharge the duties upon which I am about to enter.
discharge the duties that I am about to enter.
We have Mayor, you have a certificate.
Okay, congratulations, council member. Okay, Tabai Tabai. Now it's official. Now I can give you this. Okay, and again, from the Susan Rubio, our senator. Okay, and she provided this certificate for you incoming contribution. So you haven't contributed yet, so incoming contribution. Yeah. So we're going to count on you, okay? Fantastic. Okay. And the next one for our fellow Chen, assembly member, okay, 72, and he want to wish you all the best for the contribution in the future. Okay. And the last one is for, certificate of election. This one is much heavier. A county has budget, we don't, okay? So they have to give you a nice plaque. Okay, this is something about your official certificate of as our council member. Now you can Okay, we are going to go to another person. Congratulations. I'm going to call you Miss Dia now, and later on we're going to call you Councilwoman Diaz. So would you please come out the podium, and then with your family who's going to swear you in, okay, and to perform the ceremony. Yeah, go ahead.
You have the Bible? I have my Bible, but how am I going to hold it?
Yes.
So I wasn't.
Can her mom come hold it for her?
Yes.
Mom?
Absolutely.
Mom? Yeah, but you're Testing. Okay. Repeat after me. I, Rosario Diaz,
Rosario Diaz,
do solemnly swear
do solemnly swear
that I will support and defend
that I will support and defend
the Constitution of the United States
the Constitution of the United States
and the Constitution of the State of California
and the Constitution of the State of California
against all enemies,
against all enemies,
foreign and domestic,
foreign and domestic,
and I will bear true faith and allegiance to the Constitution
and I will bear true faith and allegiance to the Constitution
of the United States of America
of the United States of America
and the State of California,
and the State of California,
that I take this obligation freely
that I take this obligation freely
without any mental reservation,
without any mental reservation,
and that I will faithfully discharge
and I will faithfully discharge
the duties of which I am about to enter.
the duties that I am about to enter.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Congratulations.
Councilwoman Diaz, would you please come to the podium? It's the same routine. Okay, we present Susan Rubio, our senator. She has a certificate for you. And then we have to do it together. Okay, then we have Philip Chen, our assembly member. Again, at the same routine, just from LA County, the certification of election about your become a council member. Now, I want to welcome the new member and our new council member, Mr. Tabai Tabai, and our new councilwoman, okay, Diaz, okay, and let's. And I want to say this, okay, thank you so much for you guys willing to serve. Okay, so it's a tough job, doesn't have too much pay, like a couple $100, but they give you a lot of power, okay, to decide our city future and the resident future. So the duty and the burden is on your shoulder. So do wisely, okay, to help our resident. That's why they elect you. So let's start in with our new council member, Mr. Tabai Tabai. You want to say something? Go ahead.
Thank you, Mayor Wu. I wanted to thank all my family, my friends, those who supported me, who are watching on YouTube tonight. I've been thinking a lot about this year. It's been a really tough year. Tough for our families, for businesses, just tough for everybody. When I decided to run, I understood there was going to be a lot of responsibility to be on this dais. And I take that responsibility very seriously. I'm kind of known for beginning my public comments with an acknowledgement. And tonight, in this moment, I usually during when my students are going to be giving speeches or are going to be involved in something very difficult, I tell them to invite the ancestors. And so tonight, that's what I'm going to do. I think back to my history, my family's history, and I think back to how many people, how many relationships in my family had to come together over the last 400 years. It takes, over 2,000 people in your history to live in an environment, oftentimes environment that were meant for their death, to resist that, to not only resist that and overcome, but to find love and create relationship. And in an environment where they were not meant to exist, not only did they exist, but they found hope. And they decided to serve, create family, create community. And that's the miracle of us existing in here, right? Over 2,000 relationships during those times where you wanted to give up. I think back to my abuelita, who was born in this country, an American citizen, and this country sent her away, sent her to Mexico. But instead of giving up on the country that is hers, she resisted. She reclaimed her citizenship. She came back. She refused to allow my uncles to be placed on a lower rung. She fought to get them into those college prep courses. They then fought. My Tio Rafa, a Vietnam veteran, like our former Mayor Lloyd Johnson. I was thinking about Mayor Johnson. I was thinking about his service. He went to Vietnam, came back a Purple Heart. And instead of just allowing that moment to take away his hope of a future, no, he decided to come back to West Covina, decided to create a family, decided to create a life, decided to create a community. I think about that, right? And I think about my ancestors, and I think about your ancestors, and they are in us. They are part of our blood. They are part of our DNA. And this year, this tough year, this year is not tougher than those ancestors. They're not tougher than our DNA. So I look forward to serving the residents of West Covina, all of our residents, our homeowners, our renters, our unsheltered residents, because we are here to serve all of them. I plan to be that voice. I hope that the residents of West Covina find this a place where their voice is respected, their voice is listened to. I will be that witness. Thank you.
Thank you, Council Member Tabai. Thank you so much for your speech. Okay, and okay, yeah, thank you. Okay, now we go to our Councilwoman Diaz. Okay, and you want to make a comment, a speech? Go ahead.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Before I begin, I believe it's important that we first acknowledge that we are all standing here on common ground. There is more that unites us than divides us. Let's find some common ground together. I am honored to appear before you this evening, no longer as your candidate, but as your councilwoman. Thank you, Lord, for your mercy and your amazing grace. Proverbs 31:25. Her clothing is strength and dignity, and she laughs without fear of the future. To my mother, gracias, mamá. Gracias por tu apoyo, que junto con el apoyo de mi papá me dieron una educación llena de valores y fuertes raíces, con amor a la familia y por lograr sueño americano. To my husband, Bill, thank you for always believing in me. Many thanks to Dia's campaign manager, Mary Bennett, and treasurer, Debbie Flores. And a very special thank you to Betty Valles for making hundreds and hundreds of phone calls for Dia's team. And to all the volunteers who worked so hard behind the scenes to make this campaign a success. Thank you, Dario, Letty, and Tony, for making me feel so welcome. I look forward to working together with all of you. And a thank you so much to my 3,738 neighbors who voted to elect me to this office. I am humbled. My faith and confidence, by your faith and confidence in me. And if by chance you supported a different candidate, that's okay too. Please give me a chance to earn your support. Let's work together to achieve a better West Covina. I was never a likely candidate for this office, a virtual unknown with no political experience. I have been thinking about a run for city council for some time now, and good timing is critical. The idea of challenging not one, but 3 insiders for one council seat was a tough call to make. We didn't start with much money or support. My opponents had incumbency, name recognition, big endorsements, and money. So I walked, and I knocked, and I talked to hundreds of my neighbors. And I did a lot of listening too. And you know, it's true what they say. You really do meet the nicest people in West Covina. I had a few doors slammed in my face, but it didn't let it bother me. I just continued moving forward until that last precinct was completed. And you know what happened on election night? The voters said that incumbency, name recognition, fancy titles, big endorsements, and all the union money meant absolutely nothing. Our campaign didn't begin in the board meeting or in the back room of some union hall. It started at my kitchen table, over morning coffee with my husband. It was launched on the porches of West Covina homes, from Amar to Roland, neighbor to neighbor, face to face, one-on-one. Of course, there will be setbacks, and we will encounter obstacles along the way. I don't pretend to have a magic wand or some pixie dust to solve all the city's problems. No one does. But I do promise to always fight the good fight for the people of West Covina. And I pledge to you my hard work and dedication. I want to thank outgoing Council Lloyd Johnson, who has a long history of meaningful contributions to the city. Thank you for your service. Thank you to Jessica Shoemaker for serving as our appointed council member, for all your long-term service to the community. Congratulations, Councilman Brian Tabatabai, for his victory in District 1. I look forward to working with him to find some common ground together. I am very excited to work for the people of West Covina. So let's get this party started. It's time to save a city.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for the speech, okay, and Council Member Tabai and Councilwoman Diaz, okay, all very good speech, okay. We can see the different, but we can see the same, okay. That we are all want to serve, okay, for our city, for our community, for the better future, and that's why we're here. So next item, we are going to reorganize, okay, all our, okay, and the council. So I want to make a motion, okay, to nominate, okay, our Mayor Pro Tem, Letty Lopez-Viado, to be the mayor of West Covina. And at the same time, I want to nominate our Councilman Dario Casiano to be a mayor pro tem. Do I have a second?
I'll second.
Okay, second by the Councilwoman Dia. Roll call, please.
Council Member Tabatabai.
Aye.
Council Member Diaz. Mayor Pro Tem. Council Member Castellanos.
Aye.
Mayor Pro Tem Lopez-Viado.
Aye.
Mayor Wu.
Yes, now they have become the, okay. Okay, now, not yet.
Apologies.
Okay, so approve 5-0. Congratulations, Mayor, okay, Letty Lopez-Viado and Mayor Pro Tem Dario Casiano. Okay, congratulations. And I need Mayor, okay, Letty Lopez-Viado, would you please go to the podium? You need to be sworn in.
Good evening. Before I get started, I just want to introduce myself. I'm Judge Lucy Armendariz. I sit in LA County Superior Court conducting criminal trials. I live in downtown LA, but I spend all my loved ones live in West Covina. So I spend all my holidays here. I spend Thanksgiving here. I will spend Christmas here. West Covina is what I consider home because my loved ones are here, not because I grew up here. And it's my distinct honor to swear in somebody that I consider a sister. But when I told my family I was going to swear in the mayor, they were all very excited about Brian Tabatabai. They were just like, you know Brian? And I was like, I actually don't. So I have some nephews that are at West Covina High, and they all know you. They all love you. So good job in engaging the kids in their civics lessons. They were very excited. All right, so now it's my distinct honor to swear in our new mayor. I state your name. During such times as I hold the office of mayor of the city of West Covina, do solemnly swear that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States and the Constitution of the State of California against all enemies, foreign and domestic, that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the Constitution of the United States, the Constitution of the State of California, that I take this obligation freely, without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion, and that I will well and faithfully discharge the duties upon which I'm about to enter. Congratulations.
Etty, you have to invite me. You have to invite me.
Thank you so much, and thank you, Judge Lucy. So I greatly appreciate it. I would like to now invite our new former mayor, Mayor Wu. Ooh, this thing is
Testing.
Oh, it's okay. That's fine. So, I know it's a little nerve-wracking, but I just wanted to thank you so much. Oh, here, feedback. Testing? Oh, much better. Thank you so much. I just wanted to say thank you so much to our now former mayor, Wu, who's always been forever known as the pandemic mayor of 2020. So you put in so much time, energy, dedication, and service to this community. You've helped residents and businesses with their issues and concerns, and you've been on top of staff. So I also remember the tons of masks that you were able to provide to our hospitals and residents, especially to our seniors, including the senior lunch. So despite a rough and fast year, thank you. You were able to do so much for the residents of West Covina. And more importantly, thank you for fighting for West Covina. The people that really know you knows how much you love this city. And I just wanted to thank you for all that you have done. So thank you very much. Here you go.
Okay, thank you so much, Mayor. Okay, thank you for your kind word. Okay, before I going to talk about an hour about okay, don't worry, 5 minutes, okay, I'm not going to scare you, okay. But before I started, okay, I want to say something. Last year I missed, okay, and I forgot to do one thing, not the fatal mistake. Okay, last year when I become the mayor of West Covina in 2019, November 19, I forgot to thank my family, especially my wife. So here, I want to thank my wife. Helen, thank you so much for your support. Without you, I cannot do this. I cannot serve my community. And I want to thank my mother-in-law. I forgot to thank her last year. So thank you so much, my mother-in-law. Thank you so much. You trust, me to marry your daughter for 30 years. And I want to thank my son, Justin, my daughter, Megan. Okay, I forgot to thank them. They show up. Okay, they say, why, Dad, you didn't mention us? Okay, I'm sorry. Okay, I will make it up when I retire. Okay, and then I want to thank my brothers, Joseph and Christine. They show up too, and I forgot to mention them. Done. So please forgive me. Okay, I forgot to mention and even have you guys stand up. And for all the people I forgot to mention, I want to thank you. I want to thank all the residents for this year. It's a tough year. It's very tough for everybody. It's very tough for the business. It's very tough for our senior. It's very tough for everybody. So I understand that toughness. That's why we're here. We want to serve. We want to help. I want to say this. These people say, Tony, what the heck you want to do this? People yell at you, scream at you all the time, give you a hard time. Why are you doing this? It doesn't even pay out. But when I see the people got help, when the people step up during this pandemic, I see the humanity of the people. They all step up to help. For them to help our PPE, donate so many of masks, all those sanitizers, everything. I cannot believe it. I see people donate money for our senior meal program. You see, they don't have that many, don't have much, but they still donate. We see all the people help out with the food, Pastor Martinez, with all these things for the Faith Church, other church, they all do the food drive. And they all try to help during this tough time. You see so many people all get together, try to help try to help our community, try to help our resident, try to help our neighbor. That is the satisfaction I see. I cannot believe it, and I'm so grateful have this chance to serve as the mayor for this year, and I have this chance to witness such a glory of the people willing to help each other. So I want to thank West Covina residents. Thank you so much for this year in this tough time. And I wish the best for our incoming mayor or the mayor now. I know next year will be much better than this year. I know it's going to be a recovery. We're going to help the business to back on this feet. We are going to help the resident have their freedom to come back. I think this is important for continue to support our new mayor like they're supporting me. Let's supporting our mayor, Letty Lopez Villado, and let's help our residents get together and make sure our city continue to improve. Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay, really appreciate it.
We still have something for you, though you won't be holding the gavel anymore. We have a plaque for you.
I can practice at home. Okay, quiet. Okay.
Thank you to our outgoing mayor.
Okay.
Two thumbs up.
And I think we have a very proud group over here. I think it's a Filipino American Association in West Covina. You want to come out to present something for our new mayor? Okay, go ahead.
Salamat.
Hi, Ms. Letty. Congratulations. So, in behalf of the Filipino American Association of West Covina, we present this plaque of recognition to the new mayor of West Covina in appreciation of your outstanding dedication to the betterment and well-being of the city of West Covina during this her term in public service, and in recognition as the first Filipino American mayor in the history of this city. Congratulations. This is for you.
Thank you.
Can I also present this to the outgoing mayor? You see, Mayor Tony Wu is the one who encouraged us to form this association of Filipinos in West Covina. We have a lot of population of Filipinos here, but we were never united. So he's the one who encouraged us to form this Filipino American Association in West Covina, and we thank you for that. So, in recognition of you being the past mayor and in appreciation of your outstanding contribution to the betterment and well-being of the West Covina city during your term in public service, and to recognize you as the first Asian American mayor in the history of this city. Congratulations, and thank you for your service.
Yeah. I'm not the first Asian, I'm the third. The first, Ben Wang. The second is Mr. Thomas. I'm the number 3. Okay. So I'm number 3. I'm happy number 3. But I want to say one thing, but I'm the first immigrant mayor. Okay, the immigrant. Okay, so meaning, okay, I cannot be a president. Okay, so meaning I'm not born here. But I'm so proud to be here. But quickly, okay, the Filipino American is a big population in West Covina. Okay, we're very proud to have this population. And for years has been kind of obsolescence, okay? But I think it's important to have our new mayor, Letty Lopez Villado, represent not only the Hispanic, the Mexican, American, the father, okay, and the mother is Filipino American. So she is the first the Filipino, okay, mayor, American mayor. Okay, so this is such a great, okay, a milestone for this, okay, happen. So one thing is this: a big population of Filipino American. Okay, we should get together to help our community, just like I United Chinese American, okay, in West Covina. They are the main force donate all the PPE and to our hospital, to our senior meal program. So same thing too. I think Filipino American in this West Covina big population united, okay, to serve our community, to help our neighbor. I think with the new leader, and that's what is going to happen. But thank you so much for you to come in tonight and willing and to help out our community. Thank you so much.
Hello. Good evening. I don't know, is it former Mayor Tony Wu now, do we say? Or well, you said only 30 minutes an hour ago. So, unfortunately, we had a house fire at Merced and Azusa, which everybody on duty is there. They've been there for about an hour and a half. But the union, fire union, has a helmet for you. The shield was handmade by Captain Sean Wise, so that's a one-of-a-kind. Oh, well, we can just do it right here. We can make it small. There. This turns.
My head's much bigger.
There you go.
You're too small. I'm a smart man.
There you go. So, just want to let you know that the fire that we had this evening, like I said, was a house fire, fully involved house fire. Every fireman that went in that fire this evening had brand new personal protective equipment.
I hope it doesn't cost you too much.
It didn't cost you anything. The union took care of everything. Like I said, they handmade that shield. It's one of a kind. There is not one out there. And every fireman that went on that fire also had the breathing apparatus that was tested and to standards. So they would be here, but since I don't get to go to fires anymore, I have to sit up here. I got stuck giving it to you, which is lucky for me. So they would have been here, but they're all on a fire. So thank you, Council Member Tony Wu. I appreciate your support of the fire department.
Thank you, Chief. Thank you so much. Okay, and I don't know when I can use this. Okay, when the decoration. Okay, I'm going to hang in my office. Okay, but okay, police and fire is the most important. Okay, to protect our city. And I want to thank all the members and willing to present this gift. Okay, I will cherish forever in my office like a plaque, maybe some kind of cover. Okay, but thank you so much for all this. Okay, friendship and continue. We're going to work together to fight for our future. But thank you so much, Chief. Appreciate it.
So I just wanted to thank everybody who's here tonight. I did wanted to thank Dave, who played the beautiful saxophone. So he came out here for me to play the national anthem, and I hope you enjoyed that this evening. I know it was the first to ever have done that in the council chambers, so I hope that everybody did enjoy that. I do thank Judge Lucy for swearing me in. If you know her backstory, you'll know that she's a remarkable woman. And there are a lot of things that she went through that I can definitely relate. So I do thank you. It was an honor to have you, Judge Lucy. 2020, what can I say? We faced so many hardships this year: COVID-19, wildfires, economic downturns due to the pandemics, and death, and not all from COVID. Remembering from the start of Kobe Bryant's death and many more that followed throughout this year. But as we move forward to the new year, which we will begin to focus on recovery and the rebuilding of our city, I do look forward to working with my colleagues, including our 2 newly elected council members. So congratulations. You are now part of this West Covina City Council. I also look forward to working with all of our residents, businesses, volunteers, and city staff. I'm actually honored to stand with each and every one of you. And I understand that there will be tough decisions to make. And with every decision that is made, someone will not be happy, just like sports. But I will continue to be fair and do our very best with what we have. I know that there are haters out there and the negative naysayers that no matter what we say or do, we can even give them the world, that they're just not happy or satisfied. And sometimes they have ill intentions. You know, we've seen it done to myself and others with direct hits, personal bashing, and many more. But all I could say is let it go. And I do hope you find inner peace. But until then, my door is always open. Let's all try to move forward and start the new year in harmony. At the end, remember, we are on the same team. One city, and by uniting and working together, I know we'll get through this. I am here sincerely to serve and improve our city. Family, friends, and loved ones all live here. We may have different ideology, background, but we all have our strengths. And by focusing and utilizing one's strengths, not weaknesses, we can improve and deal with the many challenges that awaits us. I'm always willing to work with others, no matter what our differences are, as long as the intentions are pure. After all, we share the same common goal in making West Covina a better place. We have a lot of work to do in the year ahead of us, and it's not going to be easy. I understand we have a lot of challenges before us, but that's part of life. I've personally gone through so many challenges, and just because I smile does not mean that I have never experienced pain, hardship, or gone through so much of life's test, whether it's personal, work, or the city council. But I managed to surpass all of those, and I will continue to do so. Together with hard work, it can be done. It's proven. We can rise above any obstacles. With that in mind, as I said before, let's hear solutions, or at least suggestions. Instead of complaining and blaming, as a community, we can agree to disagree, but we also know that compromise brings cooperation. The goal is to build one interconnected city, and that's the city of West Covina. But overall, I do want to greatly thank those who've always supported me. My loving family, my husband, my 2 kids, my in-laws, my brother-in-law, sister-in-law who's here today. You know, they're like the father and mother of my children. They're always there, and I wanted to thank each and every one of you. They've been there through thick and thin. My friends, my church, the school district, including organizations out there like Film at West Covina, Kiwani's West Covina Buzz, and especially our residents who had faith in me. We have a wonderful community, and I just want everybody to know that. City of West Covina's community is fabulous. It's great. We have a caring community with a lot of great people out there. The voices of our veterans, our youth, and the wisdom of our older adults that will be heard and respected. My intentions with the city have always been good, and we will work together to make things happen. But I'll let you know right now, I don't have time for drama. So let's get to work, make things happen, which takes everybody to be involved and help out. I hope that everybody can be part of the solution and not part of the problem. So feel free to jump on board and help lift this city up. It needs more than one person to do it. I'm ready to get to work as your first Mexican-Filipina mayor in our city, or shall I say the people's mayor of the city of West Covina. So I just wanted to say, let everybody know, stay safe, stay healthy, and have a happy holidays, and we'll get 2021 rolling. Council, is there anything you wish to say? Anything to add? No? I have a gavel now. So with that in mind, I would like to say I move the motion to adjourn.
A second.
Thank you, and have a lovely evening, everybody. Oh, there's cake and punch in the back. Feel free to enjoy.